There was a cat there the whole time.
He's a dupe.
I wasn't just petting air.
I'm gonna try to do like don't laugh videos. I got so many.
I won't lie to you. I tried to do that with the videos and I succeed. So I don't know if it's just like poor content and they have to laugh to give it content, or
No, they just suck at making fucking videos.
I'm not gonna laugh at it. I'll tell you right now. Unless it's someone getting crossed up in the middle of the sidewalk, or some girl pooping water and saying, "I'm pooping. That's poop." And
that made me laugh so hard.
Or
that was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Gotta find that.
What would get me if it's like a falling compilation or a fantastic people getting scared compilation.
And we gotta find some type of punishment for whoever laughs the most.
Like the cornhole nut thing. And if you lose, you're the one who has to get the cornhole nut shot. Now, because that leaves it up to, hey, if you miss, you still have to have accuracy. Yeah. If you miss, then I laugh for no reason. But if you're dialed in, I laugh, I get a nut shot.
So we just fucked up.
Vice versa. I think that's pretty.
I think that's. All right, what's the distance?
We're throwing feet? Short.
We're throwing 20 feet.
We'll have to test it. Maybe 15. If we're going underhand from the ground.
You're just going to put a bowl in front of it?
Yeah, we can just see what our arm is like if it's comfortable. If we can get 20 feet casually.
I feel like 20 feet is easy.
So do I.
Hole's 27.
So do I.
Just hitting the front of the board.
I think that's pretty casual. I think that's a good punishment. Nut shot.
That would not be bad.
Don't laugh.
But we probably have to change it up every time, yeah?
I think so.
Just do different ones because people be getting tired of seeing us get hit in the nuts.
I think nut content. Getting hit in the nuts is like, pretty...
Cornhole throws get kind of old.
Or we might have
15 different... Yeah.
I just don't want to carry the nut thing as like a good...
I don't either, because I want to have children at some point in my life. We're going to have to put on the boxing glove. As soon as you get a punch.
I don't like that.
Nobody does.
The thing is about that is me and Steven will fully punch each other. We've known each other long enough and hit each other.
We put on the fucking UFC gloves. I have UFC gloves.
We'll really punch each other.
4-ounce gloves and we punch each other in the face.
Yeah, Stevie and I have really boxed. Like, we'll really punch each other.
I broke my finger on his head once. Slap boxing.
I had to duck in.
I just smoked a lot of weed and it got better.
You were like the guy from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, broke my leg.
A lot of weed.
He broke his arm one time. Jonah.
Smoked a lot of weed.
It healed.
And I believe that. I believe that.
I believe it too. I believe 100% that nothing cannot be healed with weed.
I got shot and said,
smoked a whole bunch of weed.
I do not need to go to the doctor. In fact, I'm going to drive myself home. And smoked a bunch of weed. And in about 2 weeks, I was good as new. Home. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. To put that into perspective, I got shot and drove myself home. Gangster. You can't tell me it's not. I nursed it. I nursed it back. I'm good.
I'm my own doctor, bitch.
What do I need a doctor for? I'm fine.
Luckily, I exited.
Smoke a bunch of weed and you'll be all right. Just smoke a bunch of marijuana and everything.
I want to say that works for 99 point. It's like bacteria on germs. Like on the hand sanitizer, it's gonna work on 99.997% of things.
0.002%.
Diarrhea, not gonna work. I just smoke a bowl on the toilet. Smoke a bowl on the bowl.
So I'll be honest with you. That's kind of telling about you as a person, because you're shitting and you're smoking.
You ever huff on this while you're shitting?
I try not to. The only time I can justify it is when I shower. Better. And if I shower, I'll hit it real quick before I go take a shower.
You ever walk into a public bathroom?
Yes.
Somebody's shitting. You're breathing their shit particles.
I try to leave the moment I find out.
I try to hold my breath as long as I can, but guess what? It doesn't.
Poop particles.
Terrible.
As an adult, I figured out what poop particles are, and I don't even want to fart that much. It brings me so much joy. Poop. And then it's just poop in the air.
Yeah.
Bathroom has got to be the gross.
Terrible.
I like to talk about bathrooms being the greatest.
I don't use bathrooms. I don't use public bathrooms.
Plumbing,
unless to piss.
Public bathrooms.
And this is why I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I'd rather piss in a bottle in my car than go and piss in a public restroom.
I'm okay pissing in a public restroom.
I don't like it, and I don't like people.
Get me out of here.
Oh,
it's just me.
Yeah, true. Thank you. I got high. I don't like people because they don't have bathroom etiquette. I've learned this about people. You ever, like, a couple of my stores, they only have one urinal and they're like boxed in.
Yeah.
So it's like people will go and stand right behind you.
What?
Get
Like,
the
how
fuck
close?
away from me. Like a good 4 or 5 feet.
That's still too close
That's
for me.
what I'm saying. Like, go wait in
Practice
the fucking
COVID
doorway
rules.
or something. Like, go wait by the sink. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Dude, if
People
it's
are so gross.
you will wait. You'll see me come out of that. If you got to go that bad, wait in front of the door. You'll see me come out of the door. That's your cue to go in.
Facts.
It's even weird when you go to like a public restroom at like a fast food place, and it's got a shitter that's closed and it's got a urinal. It's even weird to like share that same premise with someone. I'd much rather wait for you to get out, even though I have the privacy of a wall.
Okay. So if you're taking a shit and somebody walks in, do you continue to take a shit?
Yes.
I don't.
I'm not shameful about my shit.
I will clench my asshole as tight as I can so that I don't. Or like if it does come out, I'll like baby it out. But
So
it
you're
doesn't
silent
make
about
a
it?
sound. I don't want somebody to be.
I
walk
grew
in
up
on me doing that shit.
I grew up with my dad shitting at every Walmart.
Oh, yeah, but that's
you know,
your dad.
like
Your dad did not give.
I'm gonna follow suit. I don't care if I'm a shit. And I was telling Kiana this, like, I don't mind shit. It's not a bad time for me. I'm not come out of the shitter like, damn, sucks.
Okay, so I saw a TikTok that went fucking viral, right? Just a guy that walked into a bathroom and the guy's shitting, walked in on it, and he goes, "The fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is up your ass? You fucking stink," and then just walks away. I can't handle that situation.
I don't give a shit.
I know, and
you
nobody
feel like-
knows that I'm the one that took the shit.
Amen.
But in my mind, if I ever see
And
that
if
TikTok,
listen,
I'm not proud of that.
If I take a shit,
I'm not proud
and
of
you
it.
don't know what it is, and you do that to me, and you come out and say, "Oh my God, you stink! What the fuck's wrong with you?" and you film it long enough for me to wipe my ass, come out, I'm gonna,
I
and you
don't
show
think it
my
was
face,
long enough
I'm
for
gonna
that.
beat your ass.
I just don't want the whole experience because this is
Anonymous?
the thing. Somebody's gonna know.
Poop. Everybody poops.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately, guys, girls shit too.
They do.
So like the
They do.
allure of just poop, like it
I just don't
it's
like
just
going.
poop.
Like I feel so much more comfortable going and blowing up my own toilet. Where
I
I'm
mean, I
free,
do feel the comfort of like.
I love it so
There's
much
a different
more.
level of shit, like
And then,
shitting in the comfort
I
of
hate
where you
when
want to
toilets.
be.
Like if I take a shit in a public place, I don't even use the fucking ring. I use my own toilet paper and I'll sit there and like
cushion this shit out of it.
Me
It takes
too,
30
bro.
seconds to a minute.
Me too.
I'm
And
sorry.
I'm not trying to deal with that shit. Like, I don't care if you just clean that shit. No, I'm still doing it. People are nasty as fuck.
Bro, I was
I've
gonna
learned
say,
this
man,
about people. They're nasty as fuck.
like you know, how most places have. If you have a public bathroom, if it's a grocery store, or something, have their
Nasty
own-
as fuck.
Oh, even bathrooms are. And this is your bathroom. You should have some pride in
You
it,
should.
at least,
You go there more than anybody else.
dude.
You're the only one in there. But like yours is the same part as the ones that are used by crackheads and shit.
Bathrooms is.
I like how in every episode, no matter what, a crackhead is brought.
Our running gag man is crackheads.
I
I
really want to have a segment where we just go out and interview like crackheads.
talk about their days, or we just making fun. I don't want to make fun.
I don't
want to
go make fun of crackheads. I just want to go kind of, hey, what's going on? Just give them kind of the spotlight.
I don't know. That's questionable.
Like I've told you about the lady that just sits outside and spins the flag
Yeah,
on the corner.
yeah. I've seen her.
I
Get
want to
down.
go. I want to go and interview her. She does meth or crack or something. She does something.
I've
For you
seen
to
her
sit out
get
there and spin
down.
and twirl that flag for 12 hours
she
and
be
dance
going
and jump
hard.
around, no person is fueled like that just naturally by energy.
hard. Not
Hard
even
as
just like,
fuck.
mm-hmm.
And people that honk just make her go even harder. Like I've seen that lady at like I don't even want to say 10 because I know she has levels higher than what I saw. I've seen her go fucking hard. She's on the intersection I work at. I passed that intersection 7-8 times.
She be
Like,
spinning it
a
for
week.
fun, or she spinning it for people? Like,
That's what I
hey, give
don't
me
know.
give me $1.
This is the questions we need to ask her. Did you see why I want this segment now? Why do you do the things
Can I
you
film
do?
it and you?
I'm 100% down.
You be Mac from Always Sunny whenever they get their camera,
Yep.
and I'll
I'm
be
down.
Charlie behind the
I'm
scenes.
down.
I'm okay with that.
100%. I will interview everybody.
I'm okay with that. Then.
Know that if somebody comes at me, we're beating the shit out of a crackhead.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry to y'all crackheads that think y'all can charge.
Because you should know.
I'll fuck you up.
We're telling you right now we're coming to talk to you. And we're just trying to give you a spotlight. Trying to give you the time to shine.
Unfortunate.
I think that's good. We got a lot of segments we were working on. There's a lot of shit. Like, I dead ass want to turn Bold and Blunt into just like a TV Like 24 hours a day, we just run shit. And if people want to pitch us ideas, hey, dude, you got a 30-hour or 30-minute block? Go ahead. You got an hour block? Go ahead.
Honestly, like, I mean, Patreon's cool and all. Have just straight your own network.
Like straight. And just broadcast to that. Just have it posted back. Hey, you missed last week's episode or yesterday's episode, last week's episode, archives. That's I'm telling y'all, we got big plans. It's
I don't want to be there.
I want to be there. I'll talk to some crack. Like, have you ever seen the crackhead magician?
I personally,
who
I'll be
has
honest
the salt packet and then he drips it into water and then he goes but then he grabs the fucking water and then he goes salt.
Oh,
the fucking crackhead that does magic.
I've never seen someone do. Maybe I'm just jaded, or maybe
Instagram.
I'm just.
Go check our Instagram. I'll put it on there. I know exactly where that was. It's saved in my crackhead magic.
I've never seen someone do live magic in front of me.
Maybe
I just missed out on parties and shit, but like I never had like no magician, let alone a crackhead.
So, bro, I used to work at Jack in the Box, right?
Yep.
I used to be the front kick over there. And the dude who used to work the drive-thru, he was there for like 2.5 years. Georgia dude, right? Real cool dude. He was kind of weird, but like, yeah. Bro, he would sit there and pull tricks on. Like, once he found out that magic fascinated me, bro, he'd be pulling the dumbest ass shit with like napkins or like, but it was so fucking cool. I love magic.
Wow, where did it go?
Yeah, like, whoa, dude, you're so cool.
You found that child wonder when it came to magic.
I want to go. I'm dead ass. I want to go find the salt crackhead magician. It's like, bro, like there's one where he rips open a salt bagger, right? Puts it in his hand, blows it around like, hey, go ahead. They dab it, taste it. It's salt, right? As they're sitting in a car, this man goes like this, right? Throws it at their windshield. And it goes through on their dashboard. Like, they got salt on their dashboard. Like, how? How, dude? Like,
now, do you chalk that up? Do you chalk that up to magic, or do you chalk that up to crackhead
doing so much crack?
He opened up that skin.
Or like, legitly, he knows how to particle accelerate. And you know, like, if I went like this 100 billion trillion times, one time my hand would go through my leg. And it would probably get stuck.
Yeah, but is that magic or is that just crackhead energy?
I don't know. That's what I want to find out.
What if that's
we went and interviewed that man. 15 minutes of your time, dude. I don't need a magic trick. I just want to know.
I'm gonna ask for a magic trick.
I am too, because like I want to see it in person.
You can throw salt through a window. I'm gonna ask you.
I'm gonna show you the one where this man literally, and he dips it into fucking the puddle. He pours the whole salt packet into a puddle.
What the? This motherfucker went on one side of the cart. I gotta pause it for this. Oh, that's it. This motherfucker
find that puddle
went on one side of the car and said, "Oh, I like when I keep them stunned." Threw the salt in the air. Ran on the other side of the car and caught a whole handful of salt. I never seen it before in my life. Is that crackhead magic or is that just magic? And if tell me, please. That motherfucker threw salt up and caught a handful of salt. Not even in the same spot. Ran on the other side of the car. He looked at him and said, "Oh, y'all still stunned? I love when I keep them still stunned." This man sounds like if you came straight out the bayou and you were homeless. It's crazy. Whoa! Did all that for $20 though.
Please tell me how he did it.
I don't think it's magic. I think it's crackhead energy.
I think so too.
Because the one common denominator is they were crackheads.
Why do you think that I am so intrigued by crackheads?
Well, we've seen plenty of crackhead in our lifetime. That's enough to keep you intrigued as is.
I love them. They are honestly, if I had a favorite genre of people, probably the crackhead people. It probably dates back to the quick stop when that dude was just jiggying outside of it. You remember when he was dancing in the street, almost got hit by a bus, did not care, made the bus stop, just kept dancing in the street,
and
then moved over to the sidewalk.
And just kept dancing the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably one of the coolest moments out of that crackhead. Like, they just don't care.
I got robbed by a crackhead one time. I worked at a gas station.
Why did you get robbed? Oh, that's.
I worked at a gas station. It was the funniest little. He stole a pack of cigarettes from me, and it was just the way they did it was genuinely funny. And as they're running out, all I could do was laugh and say, "Fucking crackheads, man!"
Crackhead ingenuity is real.
Fucking
They'll find a way
crackheads.
to get the 5 or the fix or whatever
That
they
shit
need,
was
bro.
cigarettes in this instance.
And they made it happen.
And a Mountain Dew, I think.
They made it happen.
Fucking crackhead.
Ran the planned routine.
Fucking crackhead. They probably on the way out.
New segment coming.
That went perfect. That went so well.
Crackhead Crackdown.
I'm down with that. that could start off as us watching videos of crackheads and trying to break it down.
100% and just trying to figure out.
Progress into us meeting real life crackheads. Yep. Trying to crack down on these.
Once we can actually afford security guards and shit.
Crack, man.
What happened in your life that got? I mean, that's our whole purpose in this podcast, anyways. We just kind of want to figure out, like, no, the purpose of life and people's stories, right? Like, honestly, if I have a guest on here, I want them to tell me what their life story is.
Yeah, I agree. And then we can just kind of riff and banter off of that.
Yeah, and like legitimately, and we can do whatever we want. Like, they'll dictate the conversation kind of, but like, I want to know, like, what your life story is. Like, it would be the easiest way to connect people, you know?
To a wide audience, because we could just cover different facets of everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like that.
And like, legitimately, if everybody kind of got to tell their story too, like, I don't even want to just do like huge people, like anybody, man.
I still don't want it to be crackheads.
I want it to be crackheads.
Like, predominantly?
No,
like
they're not coming here. They'll never be in the studio.
Hey, that's when we walk up on the street.
That's a field reporter type shit.
Yeah.
We got to get the handheld microphone and we got to do that kind of shit because I've learned.
A fucking crackhead.
Crackhead, dude.
When I'm on here?
Not in here, but
I would hope not in here.
Street videos, yeah, we can go out for 30 minutes and find a couple crackheads in it.
I feel like if we picked up a crackhead from Denver and took him down here to Pueblo, he would remember how to get back here. Even if we dropped him back in Denver, he'd find a way to get back.
It's gonna happen, and he knows
he
where
remember
everything
exactly where your street is.
He'll astral project here because he did it once.
He, instead of throwing salt, will throw himself.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they can't know anything about headquarters. It's like we said, we don't know if it's magic or the energy that does it.
It's crackhead energy. I'm convinced.
This is something that we have to investigate.
Both of those videos.
Is the knowledge. This ties back to the knowledge. I have to know.
Both of those videos you showed me, they did not say, hey, I do magic. They, in fact, denounced magic.
They were just crackheads.
But I didn't hear them denounce crack once.
No.
I didn't hear them say, I'm not a crackhead. I did hear one of them say, I don't know magic, but watch this.
But if you're doing something for $20, you know what you're doing it for.
But that's not... You're not channeling like magic. Like that's a fix right there.
You're channeling wanting to get a fix. That's just your talents. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I know magic is mostly sleight of hand.
Mostly.
I don't know how he started it, and I don't know how he pulled it back out of the water.
At a certain point, if you do anything other than sleight of hand, it's not magic. That's witchcraft.
It blows my mind.
It's witchcraft.
Which is crazy because like black magic is real. You know that, right?
Yes.
So like
but
real
any
magic
form
has to be
of
real
magic
too.
is black magic.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I think whimsical magic. I don't know if that's but it's different genres. It's like the iceberg. It's like the tip of the iceberg, and then you got like
any magic
you got
is bad
like rituals that are like the bottom. Like that's like the base, like the dark shit we don't.
But any magic is considered black magic, or should be considered black magic.
I don't agree with. But if it's like a healing potion, if I'm healing somebody,
if it's a potion, it's not magic.
That's not true. Green Mile was based on a true.
No. No, we didn't. That's not real. Yeah. That's not a real thing. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Don't make me have to go through this and do the same thing. I'm telling you, movies tell you the truth. Really, people out here that are healers.
Yes, but the ability to bring someone back from the dead as a concept
we don't know
this
that.
world
Look at Jesus Christ. Died, came back. Wrong?
I mean, this is assuming, you know, what I would say is blasphemous, because that's assuming God's real, Christ is real. And I don't think Jesus Christ and God have to be hand in hand, unfortunately.
Okay, so this is the thing. I do believe that, I mean, God is us. We're God. Like, every single one of us has a piece of God in it. Like, we are our own gods, pretty much. We have our own universes inside of us. Like, who created us, though? Because we didn't create like, and I still believe in like the hierarchies of the powers and shit like that, but like,
I believe that there is an omnipotent being out there. There's a belief out there. There's a name for what I just don't remember what it is. I do not believe God has an active role in our life. Divine intervention is a thing.
No, I don't think so.
I don't believe coincidence is more than it's a coincidence. But I believe that God created us and said, hey, I'm out. I gave y'all the ability to do whatever the fuck y'all want. Y'all want some free will?
Okay,
sure,
so
do what you
about
want.
Like, what about it being like one of them flip books? Like a choose your own adventure book. where like yes, you do have a predetermined destiny, but you get to choose the way that you get, like choose the route you take.
I believe if your life was a point, it was a straight line, right? And you have point A and point Z, you have fixed points.
Yeah.
You're born. Your first love, everybody loves. Your first death, you lose somebody. Like that happens to everybody, but everything else in between is free will.
But what if all? Yeah, exactly. But like,
but I don't know if it's necessarily, hey, this decision itself changes a whole.
No, and I don't think that it would be that decision that's dictating, but it would be the presentation of you having to make that decision. Like that decision is what is going to make your fate. Like them presenting you with that is like pushing you one way or another.
And I still think,
and even then, if it's not, like you have free will, like you said, like every option that I have. But what if those significant life paths are like checkpoints that we're checking into? Where like
that's what I think.
Like you have to see that point.
That's what I think.
And then everything that you get is going to get you to another point.
Yep. Fixed points.
So like, so you're saying you do semi believe in destiny and fate.
I don't believe in destiny and fate.
Or predetermined. What you're saying that like there's predetermined points.
I do believe in
predetermined points. So if there's predetermined points, then there has to be fate.
I don't know
if there has to be a plan that was put out. Like
yes, but I also don't know that what my examples of fixed points would be fate, because love is not fate. It's inevitable.
It might be though, because it's life altering.
Yeah, but
I think it's life altering like events.
I think if you take the mass amount of people, you'd find 2 or 3 people in life as a whole that did not love either their parents or the.
I don't know. There's probably more than that.
Yeah, but they're outliers, is what I mean. Though it wouldn't be a percentile. It would be a literal. This 0.05%.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of life, as
how many babies were just thrown into fucking dumpsters and never knew their parents? How many orphanages are overran? Like, how many abusive parents are there? Like,
you still find a way to love, whether that be your
100%. But even then, like, what if? Like I 100% think our main purpose is love.
I think so.
Like is love just within every single person.
I agree with that. I think mine's a little bit different. Love and to learn.
What if that is the ultimate goal? Like how I said, how it's an adventure book. Like how no matter what, like you're gonna get to the ending, but you decide how you get to that ending. So like every single thing that you go through, maybe you're falling away from something, and that's when. Like I've even told you about like spirit guides.
Yeah.
Like how I've reached out to my spirit guides and been like, yo, like take the wheel, like show me. And then like I've had opportunities where like I have to make that decision. Like I don't know. I find it like I think that there is a plan. Like there's something like even in numerology, like there's absolutely no way with my specific code, my specific name that I was given, the specific date that I was given, like all this shit. There's a code that was written for me. Like how we're talking about binary, that's the code that I inputted to get into this.
But to say it's almost destiny or fate-ish is to assume or life is
it's not.
Somebody had some higher power had the ability to happen in this.
But like how I said before, like how when we die and we spend whatever time and then we come back, right?
Sure.
We develop that plan. We already have a plan. We knew we were going to do this before we were even born.
Yeah,
like when we were up there, we knew, hey, when we're in our late 20s, we're going to develop a business. We're going to be doing this shit. We're going to do all that. We just get wiped clean of that. So that's the crazier shit. Like, are we our own gods in this planet, but not on our own?
Yeah, because
like once we die, we're not our own god. But here, we're our own god because we're in a matrix what we created.
But that's still...
Because you created your own life plan. It's just not you creating it. It was you in your own aura. You just created your own human experience.
But energy is not created in order to store it. Just matter, just dispersed.
But this is like the avatar that we created like a life path for ourselves. So like the crazy shit is I believe in other entities. Like I don't believe that there's one God above us. I think that once we die, like the spirits, like there's elder spirits. There has to be people that have been around for fucking, or energies that have been around since the beginning of whatever. And then
that's what you're considering, like the gods, like
those are the actual ones. And then there's no god of this domain. You're your own god. You predetermined your own plan before you came here. You developed your own plan. You knew what you were going to do. You knew what you had to work on. You knew what date you were going to come on. You knew what name you were going to be given. Like that is the literal code that you were given. And I like that shit. I believed that before when I listened to Dolores Cannon.
Yeah.
But like now looking at my numerology, bro, it's like even fucking crazier because like all that shit is real.
Yeah, but
Like, I feel like I really did develop a fucking plan for myself, and I know what the fuck I'm supposed to do now. Like,
but if you're the one that comes up with this plan, right?
yeah,
It can't be predetermined because you,
it is though.
but you as a person, as an energy, as whatever we want to consider ourselves as, right?
Uh-huh.
If we come up with a plan, come down here, try to enact that plan, it doesn't work, we're sent back here again to continue with or further along our plan. That can't be predetermined because when you yourself, that same energy, see something, you could be easily diverted. Oh, well, my original plan is going to be I'm a audible it real quick because I saw this. So then there's no such thing as destiny or predetermined.
I think it's still with those defined points in life, though.
Yes, but those predetermined or those defined points in life.
And hold on, I'm sorry, because even on top of that, like, we don't know what our plan was. We're wiped of that. So who knows? Maybe every single thing that we have already gone through, I know choices, like, we still do have our free will.
Sure.
But then still, like, the shit that we're presented with and how we react to it is our free will. But the shit that we're presented with is the plan that we made. And no matter what, I think that route is going to branch off to a different thing. But I think it still branches back to that same goal of what we had, that same plan. It's just a different way of how to get there.
I can't get behind that idea.
Can't?
I can't. So because if I had, even on my worst, like the worst outcome, I wouldn't have given myself the year that I've had from 20.
Well, what if that is what you needed to propel yourself into what you're going to do?
I would have found a different outlet. Like
we don't know that.
Oh, I know that.
We don't know that.
So without going too deep in here, I lost my brother in May this year. And I had 4 siblings. So imagine I was a body was just there, right? But I was the head, and my brothers and sisters arms and legs. I lost a leg, and like there would have been I lost a limb, like maybe a leg or an arm, but I lost a limb. There would have been different outlets. Like I would have figured out a game plan. Every game plan that I would have been able to construct had all my siblings with it.
This is the crazy thing though too. Is yes, you had your own plan, but the same with every one of your siblings. Sure. And that's where those plans contradict.
Sure.
So like, yeah, you could have had that plan, but he had his own. And like how I'm saying, we're all our own gods in this. We predetermined our own shit. Like I'm my own god in this dimension. When I go back to the other one, no, I'm not the ultimate one. But like in this one, I should not have to answer to anyone but myself because I'm my own god in my own life. I have free will over every little thing I've predetermined. Yeah. Like I feel that, but like I've already done that when I was an energy source. You feel? I just forgot about that shit. But now that I'm waking up and realizing what the fuck it is, that plan's coming to fruition. Like now I know, and it's crazier because like we were gonna get to here anyways. How long has this been in talks for? Like 5-6 years. We've been trying to do this for so fucking long, and now that is actually like I know. Like all the shit that I kept drifting away, or something would drift away, and then it would bounce back.
I still don't think that's destiny. I don't think that's predetermined.
I don't think so either, but I think that's the plan that I made for myself. Because now that I'm actually like, I'll be 100%. This is the only thing I want to do. Like I know this is what I'm here for. This is my plan. Like I'm here to talk and converse about these things, to seek knowledge, to spread knowledge, to communicate, like to spread just like connection.
I think that gives not enough credit. I think, or whatever we want to consider ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. I think that gives us not enough credit. Saying that we come up with a plan, because we might come up with a plan, but the best ability that we have is improvisation. So like, it's hard for me to convince myself that everything would be a plan when I think life itself is improvisation. If you get hit in the mouth, how are you going to react when you get hit in the fucking mouth?
How many people are fucking terrible at improv?
See, but then this goes to the argument of us being in a matrix almost, right? Where everybody's coded and we're main characters and they're NPCs.
What if we develop this whole thing?
We built this world around
these NPCs? What if? Because honestly, our own mind waves form what we see. Like the collective forms the reality that we're in.
I would have, if that was the case, if I was the god of my own universe type shit, I'd have my father and my brother.
But that. Yes, but like this. So like I'm gonna put it like this. completely, I'm gonna knock on wood because if this ever happen, we blow up, we get crazy big.
Sure.
Shit is going extremely well. We're getting to like our 40s. We hit 45, right?
Okay.
We done went across the world. We got millions of people that love us, like people that tune in. We do all this shit, right? Finally figured out everything we wanted to do. Everything's finally like, we did it. I get diagnosed with cancer. End up going to chemo, doing whatever, taking CBD, doing all that shit. I end up dying. You don't want me to die. We still got 35, 40 years. But me as a person, I've reached my path. I've done everything that I needed to accomplish. I don't need to be here anymore. Like, and that's just like how I would accept it. Like, there's no reason, like, that's the only way that I think that I would die is if I accomplished what I needed to do. If my plan that I set out to, or if I did something, or like if I had to reset. Like, honestly, if I like, that's the only other way. But like, even then, like, it's not like, death is not real. Like, death really isn't, because like you said, it can't be or it can only be transferred. Energy can only be transferred. There's no way that we can die and just be cease to exist in this realm. Like, even then, like, it's only in this plane of existence. Like, it's only in this, like, we don't even know. We can't see the frequencies that we can see are only like 1% of the frequencies that are in Earth. Yeah, like, we can't see in like the 4th dimension, the 5th dimension, the 6th dimension. We could have all kinds of spirits around us right now. We can't hear 98% of the, like, there could be. No, this avatar is gone. My energy still exists.
Yeah, but
it's just this shell that's not here. But this is the crazy oh, you're a fucking genius. You know that? You are a genius. With that, like, if you could go into a realm, or like, even if you can go into a dimension, like, or even a best reality, right? To where you actually, like, there's a reality where I'm still alive. They would not even know. Like, even if you went into that reality, you couldn't. But if you can go into a dimension to where, like, everything, like, sensory deprivation, there's literally nothing that can get to you. It's literally just boom, boom, boom. And you could reach me. I think you could. It's still the energy that because this is not me. This is a shell. This is literally just an avatar that I chose to come into this world with.
Sure.
Okay, so this is the thing. Hold on, no. So this is the thing too. If, like, we were to die in one timeline, would that all energy disperse into that one energy that died? Yes.
Like, if
would I have to die in every timeline? So does that energy just go? Do you think that's what, like, dreams and shit are then? Like, if somebody died, like, if an alternate reality me died, and I had a dream of it. Yeah, and now it's just that energy that I have is now in that other reality. So, like, I have a piece of myself in another dimension.
Universe. Shit.
What if that's why you get wiser and wiser as you get older? Just outlive the other yous and you're gaining the wisdom from the other side.
So I don't.
Because you get remote viewing is the same shit. Like, you've seen Stranger Things, right?
Yes.
Based on a true story. They actually have documented shit where they go into alternate dimensions. The upside down is real.
Sure.
That's not a real. You don't see, but you don't see another you out there that's fucked up. You're in that, and you're just living in it. I don't know. So, this is. I don't know. Okay, so. And that's the under. Okay. So I got to get the exact experiment, but in the 80s, and there's full documentation on this. No, not even the Montauk. It was they made this huge room, right? And inside of it, they spiraled a whole bunch of, I don't know if it was aluminum or tin, but they spiraled it up around this room. On the inside of the spiral, they put a chair. And so they had, like, I don't even know, I think it was like 25, 26. It was quite a bit. And they were freely open to talk about all this shit. It's all documented. everything with sensory deprivation because you couldn't hear anything. You couldn't. I mean, you're looking at or like it's literally nothing. There's actually documents. This guy was looking right, and he started feeling queasy. He started feeling dizziness. He started feeling overwhelming, like sense of stress and like pressure and all this. And that was within like the first like 5 minutes he was in. He was talking about, oh, I want to get out, I want to get out. But the people conducting the study, like, pretty much went in there, like, because he started banging on the. They went in there and pretty much told him, like, I know it's uneasy, whatever, but if you settle through it, like, you just got to fight through it. It's gonna be worth. So he ends up sitting in there. I think like an hour passes. Right after the hour, like stomach starts going down. He ends up feeling the most calm that he's ever felt. Like just overwhelmed with like a balance of life, like everything. And what he said, like he started not even seeing the metal around him anymore. It just started transforming it. And so what they did, they had like a tape recorder, often like was yeah, exactly. So like they just documented everything. So like he started seeing they were in Russia, like and fucking nothing but frozen tundra, all this shit. And was starting to describe leaves, like tree leaves, green and sunlight and all these different things. And like the more that he started submerging himself and like trying to like actually look into the like details of everything, right? It started forming out more and more to the point where he was no longer in a metal beam. Literally, he watching shit happen. Kids playing. He heard kids playing. He saw busy traffic down the street, like all this shit, and he saw a kid walking. So all of a sudden, like he's just right behind this kid, right? And the kid turns around and he asks, "Who are you?" And he didn't know what the fuck it was. And then he looked at the kid, and it was him. It was literally him. He traveled back in time 30 years and literally the same intersections that he saw, he was seeing the same trees, the same children, like literally everything was the exact same. Like if that is possible, like astral projection, I 100% believe. Like if I were in a deprivation chamber and took myself away from hearing, seeing, literally everything, and only focus on internal being, like focus on one thing, I could go there. Okay, but this is the thing. It's not you're there, it's there. But it's there. Sure. Because I mean, the thing that got me is the fact that the kid turned around and asked who he was. Like if it would have turned around and it would have just been regular, then that would have been some wild. Like it would have been okay, cool. He's just remote viewing. He has a memory that he is just vividly going into. But the fact that the memory actually interacted with him, and the fact that it was not just him, it was every other study had the exact same thing. That shit is absolutely wild. No, I think the mind is like seriously dulled, and like we don't really know the full power and potential that we're capable of. But then, do you just alter it? Like, can you alter at that point? Like, if it's real, like, what if astral projection is really time travel? Like, what if I can astral project to a time period? I believe the same shit for a long. In that video, I'm not gonna lie, and it might be a real fake ass video. That one where that fucker faxed into the radio station, it really had me thinking like that shit was crazy. Cause then even he went into like, and it wasn't complete fucking like physics on how it is, but like, but even then, like, even went through and said like when you start a jump point, it doesn't create a different universe. Like I don't that the video I sent you had a fairly good explanation. We got to do more and maybe do a conspiracy corner on that because I think that's fucking cool. Even like the 2564, that's wild because you know the conspiracy. Did you watch the video I said? So 2564, he said that he came back to this time because he wanted to spread the knowledge because nobody can go past that year. So he thinks that's the year that the world ends. Yeah. And it's crazy, even on that I showed you the conspiracy maps that I have. Like on my phone.
I believe.
Like the cluster fucks that are.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in there quite a few times, and like quite a few of them, which is even crazier. Oh, long after ours. Long after ours. Who knows? What if we get reincarnated? And I can see it. 'Cause literally every single thing that we do, like whether I fucking hit this or not, like is gonna. There's one universe where I'm not gonna hit it all night, or there's one where I did, and then that branches off because every decision that that one makes is gonna branch off, and we pretty much multiply out like fucking bacteria. And I kind of believe in it. Like I don't believe in time. I believe in it too. Like yeah, 100%. Because it has to be. If not else, nothing else would function. Okay, so time can't go back in time, but if there's enough significant life occurrences, what's to say that we can't go back to? So like a branch in something like you and your ex, or like your wife gets a divorce from boom. So like you're living in the one where you're divorced, but you know for sure there is a definite time where you had that divorce. Sure. Would it be possible to go back to that definite time? It would still be in a different universe because you're going back and creating it, but you're going back to a specified, like you have that jump point pretty much. So have you ever watched the Atom Project? Ryan Reynolds?
Where he goes back.
Where he's actually a time traveler?
Yeah,
it kind of goes into that kind of shit. It's kind of crazy. I want to watch it again because
I forgot.
yeah. And then the more that I watch that, or like the video that I sent you, it kind of went into Atom Project, and it's crazy because like I 100% want to have the segment too, where like movie truths, like shit that they literally put in our face.
Whoa.
I do. I do. No, I legitly, because Oscar fucking didn't believe it either. And so I started doing a whole TikTok thing where like literally there's so much shit that they put. And this is the thing. Hold on, this is why. Is that why you were gonna ask why?
What?
You want me to this is exactly why they put it in movies. Because for them to atone for their sins, right? For them to not be doing evil deeds, using this evil black magic, doing all these sins, right? The only way for you to atone for that is to tell people what you're doing, right? If I tell you I'm going to do something and I do it, then it's not a sin. I told you what I'm going to do. I was honest about it. I told you exactly everything, right? So if they go and put, and exactly, I'm right there with you. I'm not telling you they're good people. These are bad people that are doing it. Hollywood is fucking terrible people. If you think anybody that is a part of Hollywood is a good person, they're not. They're fucking terrible people. So like, for them to make all this shit, like, and it's pretty much this is the end. They made the whole fucking movie about it and joked about it. Oh yeah, we're great people. We make all this money. We do absolutely, like, we take all that. They're showing it right in our face. And then like literally for them to make it okay and to atone for them and make it like good karma, they're telling us exactly what they're doing before they do it, because then we know that it's coming. It's just atoning for karma. That's all it is. It's canceling bad for good.
What?
Like off the top of my head, it's kind of hard. I mean, they cloned Tyrone. We just talked about this shit. Okay, so this is the thing. So take away the clones, right?
Yeah.
So actually human cloning people. They're brainwashing you with the food. They're brainwashing you with the hair products. They're brainwashing you with the drinks. And you can look at all the food products that you're eating, all the drinks that you're drinking, all the food that they're advertising, all the shit that they pump down your fucking throat. Like, it wouldn't shock me for them to sit there and be like, oh yeah, let me brainwash you with fucking movies too.
Agreed.
And even then, even more to that point, if they show you it enough times, it's desensitizing you to the actual fucking events.
Fact.
So you don't care as much. And guess what? If you don't care as much, then their karmic retribution is so much even more because they told you what it was. Nobody gives a fuck about it. And it's just another day in life. Karma is the good and the bad that you put in the world, in the universe. Okay, so like it's not. So what I'm saying is, and I don't really believe in that either, because it's too complete. Like sins, I don't really believe in all that shit. Karma, I do believe in.
Yeah.
What we're here for, we're here to atone for good and bad. The harder that you have life, the more I feel like in the past life you fucked up. Like you're just trying to pay back a whole bunch of retributions for the shit that you did before. So for them, they know this. This is shit that they know. They know the secrets of the world. The people that really run this fucking world know the secrets of what the fuck they're doing. They've known for millions of years. That's why they shelter us to it. Because if we knew it, we have the same powers as them. That's all. That is literally, it's the same thing. Like if you have no moral compass, then your karma is going to be terrible. No, they do, because they know the difference between good and bad.
Sure.
But this is the thing: if they tell you exactly what it is and they show it to you before they do it, and you're aware of the situation, then it's less karmic. It's less bad karma for them because they literally showed you. Like, if I tell you I'm gonna punch you in the jaw, and you sit there and let me punch you in the jaw, is it my fault or your fault? I told you I was gonna fucking do it, and you sat there and got punched in the jaw. Yeah. Okay, but exactly, but like, I can't trust the president, and the president has no power. Like, they aren't even in power. Like, the people that they say are in power are not in power, and I can't even trust them. I can't trust 99% of the people that I fucking meet because 99% of the people have bad intentions because they've been brainwashed to do so. Look at like how fucking they clone Tyrone. Fucking music. Look at Hertz. You can play music at a certain frequency and it will fuck everything up. Like it will fuck your whole demeanor up. You play at a high frequency, you'll be bubbly as a motherfucker. Like 808s is an evil fucking tempo. It's an evil Hertz. It's an evil fucking. That's all it is. That's all that life is. It's just like us. We're vibration. That's all we are. We vibrate at a certain frequency. Everything in this room right now vibrates at a certain frequency. Yes. You can be a high vibrational being. You can be a low vibrational being. Yeah.
How would they?
Brainwashing. Okay, so I'm gonna even put this on here, right? Lil Uzi Vert recently was at a concert. I don't even know how long ago it was, but I've seen it like circulating even more and more. When everybody like he starts doing some demonic ass shit, and then everybody goes boo boo. It doesn't matter. You're already here. You heard the song a million times. It's a spell that they fucking posted. Like, it is a spell that they brainwash. And why do you think they played the same 5-6 songs on radio stations? Yeah. And it's so much easier to live in a world that they create and that's the thing, you're gonna be mostly safe. If you're in a world, in a dream world that they create for you, if you're not thinking outside the box and actually looking for answers and seeing the truth in the shit, then yeah, everything's hunky-dory. It's all a wonderland. That's why knowledge is a burden too. But okay, the crazy shit is, I've heard that whole mentality too of like the first couple of years of life, you actually know exactly what it is.
Yes.
But then you lose it as soon as you start gaining your abilities of. It's crazy too, because people out, right? I mean, they get a lot of rest and like.
You're talking about baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Like, I'm thinking like the first whatever months, what if they sleep so much because they're still sitting there and like getting the last final preparations because they're like, hey, try to remember as much as you can because like, I mean, what if you do? You just don't have the ability. I mean, what if, okay, so what if like before we are born, what if we speak a whole different language? What if the language of energy is a whole different language? Yeah.
Or just when
Like when we're developing our plan, what if we speak in a whole different dialect than what we speak in now?
Okay.
So coming here, what if like the what if that's real fucking language in the world that we come from, and here it's just like
how could
you're internally. It's all internal. You might. Who knows? You can't. Who's had a full conversation with a baby? Who's read a baby's mind?
That's how.
And plus, they're so underdeveloped. I don't know. Kids are weird to me. I don't know.
So is
no, but I think you could. Or even then, what if? And I think you just get wiped. Like I still stick to that philosophy. Where you're born, you come up with the full shit, and then once you see the light, that's like the fucking Men in Black shit.
I can.
Whoa, whoa.
Like,
where the fuck am I? Whoa.
I have.
Well, even I'm who knows?
That's
Who knows?
Literal monster.
But you got to think like people that are born quadriplegic or born with fucking. They might have been. I don't think that they did. I don't think that God was just like, hey, yeah, or like we designed ourselves and was like, I think it would be fun to not walk in this life.
That's what
I don't think that.
No way.
See, and that's why I think that they're like, I think that there's got to be once you're up there like a committee of gods, like there's got to be a committee of like energy, so like the elders, yeah, like you got to go. Well, when you die, you got to atone for it. You watch for everything you do, anyways. Yeah, but it all equals out, and you had to come back and pay for your lessons, anyways. There's reasons I have lessons I got to learn.
Yeah, but
I don't blame you, but like. Fuck, you could have broke it down. You could have done it to where it was like, hey, I'm gonna fuck up a little bit this one. It's gonna be a little fucked up that one. Like, imagine if. Imagine this. So, like, the end of your fucking life, right? You go in and they fucking play the movie of your life, right? This is all the bad shit you did. This is all the good shit you did. You can either go 7 more lifetimes and try to pay back all the shit that you did bad. Or you can go back for 1 more and be a quadriplegic that can't talk. Which one are you gonna do? Some people are like, hell yeah, why would I go through 7 years of struggling or 7 lifetimes of struggling? But I can just do 1. What if that's just punishment? Well, yeah, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's ever gonna be perfect. Yeah, but there's no way.
Struggle.
Some of them. There's some people that are born in some fucked up situations. Some people don't. I don't know. I don't know how much of outliers there are, though. Like, I think it's more of a percentage than what you're giving it credit to. I don't think so either, but facts, 100%. I mean, you're still, this is the thing, you're not just here to suffer. But no, okay, I'm sorry. So we're not just here to pay back like karmic. Yeah. Like we're here to have the human experience. We're here to actually live life and enjoy everything. But there are lessons that we have to pay back. There are things that we have to go through because of things that we did. Like that's, I fully believe it. Have you not seen the world today? Have you, like, this, and that's just today. Imagine before everything was fucking handheld cameras. Imagine before everything was recorded. People were terrible. Go back to the Wild West. Go back to any time. People were terrible people. Yeah. All of humanity, people have been terrible people. Yeah. No, people are just stupid for no reason. And it could be the dumbest of fucking justifications. Yeah. We can't sit there and say that that's fine, though. I know. You still got to come back and be fucked up. Like, hey. Yeah. See, no, but that's what I don't believe that either. It's like, shit. I do believe that there's somebody that no matter what does love us, created us in the image of love. And no matter what, like, they're not going to cast us away. No matter what we do, they're always going to love us. They're always going to forgive us. And they're always going to give us another chance. I don't think you're ever going to do something so fucked up that you're never going to be able to return. It's just always like, this is the same fucking theory that I've given you from the beginning of fucking my whole research shit. Like, this is hell. We're in hell now. This is literally just us living in hell. Subscribe, like, comment, fucking stream it on podcast, watch it on YouTube, check it out on TikTok, go on Instagram, follow us on X, follow us on Facebook. Just follow us, please. You show us love, I guarantee you, once we get all that love, we ain't doing nothing but giving it back. We just want to live life and let y'all live life too. But until next time, love.